More sunshine and much less humidity. I think tomorrow, yeah, it's going to get a little warmer than today, but not quite to 90. We're still going to keep the humidity down. So we get 2 days. Super nice. We'll talk about the warmer weekend, guys, in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Rob. Right now, an update on the victim that was killed in a hit-and-run crash in Tallahassee.
Yeah, officials are still searching for the driver responsible, but we now know the name of the man killed, 66-year-old Paul Hoover. He was a track coach at Wakulla High School. FHP says Hoover was in a designated pedestrian crossing when he was hit on Spring Hill Road near Clinton Hudson Senior Lane around 8 p.m. Tuesday night. The driver fleeing the scene in a light-color sedan with damage to the left front.
Our Simone Davis joins us live in the studio now with a reaction from the Wakulla High School community. And Simone, what are people saying there?
Art, the news is devastating to those who knew Paul Hoover. School officials say grief counselors will be back on hand for students and staff on campus today. Hoover was the head track and head cross-country coach for the boys and girls at Wakulla High School since 2007. Principal Michael Barwick says Hoover was a great coach and genuinely cared about everyone who he came in contact with.
Coach Hoover was just an outstanding coach, mentor, person, not just for the students at Wakulla High School. It goes beyond our school, it goes out into the community, and even goes beyond the borders of Wakulla County. He meant so much to so many people in our region.
Hoover was a member of the Gulf Winds Track Club and was also a former FWC officer and Wakulla County Sheriff's bailiff. And Chris Savory, a spokesman for Wakulla County Sheriff's Office, released this statement, reading in part, Hoover was well respected and liked and a great guy all around. He also says Hoover was loved by everyone at the Sheriff's Office and the courthouse. The flag at Wakulla High School is flying at half-staff in Hoover's honor. Principal Barwick says he drafted a resolution to have the school's track named after him. Guys, back to you.
All right, Simone, thanks for that update. Our thoughts are definitely with them. And
that's for sure. Sound like a great guy. Well, we also know the identity of a man that was killed in a crash in Liberty County. 52-year-old Leonard Johnson II drove off State Road 12, crashing into a tree on Tuesday night. Johnson died at a hospital. FHP says that Johnson was not wearing a seatbelt. Alcohol is believed to be a factor in that crash. Test results are pending.
With hurricane season just a week away, Tallahassee is updating its disaster plan. It focuses on 3 things. First, emergency preparation operations, departmental coordination, and communications. Many locals are upset with the communication after Hurricane Hermine, so the city is now using text and direct emails to alert people. They've also updated their websites and are improving radio updates through WFSU.
The quicker we can get neighborhoods up, the quicker we get our community back up. So if on a neighborhood level, we have fully prepared neighborhoods, and then we can really focus our attention on those who do not have assistance and who really need assistance.
The city is also adding 400 people to its response staff.
Well, the Leon County Sheriff's Office launching a new campaign to help fight crime in the capital city. The All In initiative is a strategic plan that includes preventing minor offenders from going back to jail and starting mentoring programs at local schools and beefing up neighborhood watch programs. The sheriff hoping to make our community safer.
To have our deputies and our partners focused on reducing crime and working to make Leon County a better place for all of us to live, work, and play.
LCSO will also be working with other local law enforcement agencies in this campaign.
Well, it's the unofficial start to summer beach season, and if you plan on traveling this Memorial Day weekend, you won't be alone.
CBS's Peter Greenberg, a travel expert, joins us live in New York with more on holiday travel. Good morning, Peter. AAA predicting big travel numbers, so how many of us will actually be hitting the highway?
Oh, it's 30 million plus. And there's a good reason for that. Fuel prices haven't spiked. People are in their cars. But there's another reason as well. We've got a situation of global instability and fear. We have the U.S. dollar, on the other hand, so powerful against foreign currencies. So it's actually a great time to go overseas because there's so much available space. It's actually cheaper to fly from Florida to Europe than it is from, let's say, Florida to San Francisco. So something you should consider either over this weekend or for the rest of the summer.
Wow, that's Very interesting that it's cheaper to fly over to Europe from Florida. Well, Peter, after the terror attack in Manchester, security around the globe has increased. How do you think this will affect travelers?
Well, it's going to slow us down because the actual checkpoints are going to take them more time in terms of carry-on bags. There'll be new restrictions coming into place at some airports. One is being tested right now at the Fort Lauderdale airport, where anybody who's got an overpacked bag is going to have to empty it so that the security guys can actually see more into what's in your other bags. So that will slow us down a little bit. But the bottom line is there are fewer people traveling this summer overseas. So the good news is it's a buyer's market if you want to go.
Of course, for those of us who are last-minute planners, any travel deals out there for us, Peter?
There are. If you're just looking to go at the last minute, and we are a bunch of procrastinators, check out Amtrak. People forget they go to 500 destinations, and they have space. And you can get a great deal that way, especially on trips of under 500 miles. The buses are working these days. You know, the old days of a bus trip for me was like George Raft was driving and you were in a smoke-filled bus. Now you've got Wi-Fi, you've got leather seats. And you got an opportunity now to go from A to B in less than 5 hours at a reasonable price.
All right, fantastic. Some good tips right there. We appreciate that, Peter.
Thanks, Peter, for joining us.
You got it.
Well, a new attraction in Orlando is opening today just in time for that long weekend. The new water park Volcano Bay is scheduled to open along I-4. The park features a 200-foot volcano shooting into the sky and also has some rides there, too.
All right, Volcano Bay. That sounds pretty fun.
Probably want to get to the water park for this weekend.
It's by Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be hot again. Yeah. But today, tomorrow, this is the good stuff. We don't get a lot of days we get to hurricane season where you look for sunshine and highs that stay in the 80s and keep the humidity down. Right?
Yeah.
You know, 90 becomes a regular fixture around here this time of the year. I know we're not getting there today. I don't think we get there tomorrow. We may struggle to get there on Saturday. All the while, plenty of sunshine. We're going to keep the humidity down for a day or two. It will be back this weekend, that's for sure. So make your cool weather plans for the weekend. But for today, for tomorrow, got the good stuff. Let's break it down next.